So, Dad, what are you doing?
Oh, hi, Jake. Well, I thought for the younger viewers we'd come up with a little project. I know you can get lots of different types of them, and it's birdhouses. And I thought we'd come up with our own one. And I got the inspiration, Jake, from this one I picked up from my mother and father's house.
Wow.
There it is. What do you think?
Looks good.
Yeah, probably made somewhere in the Far East or probably Africa somewhere. Who knows? This was about £15. I was amazed how much it was. And it's made from pine wood, a little bit of thin plywood.
Wow.
So that's my inspiration. I think this is definitely for the younger viewers. It's a really good, I think, beginner's project. And I started coming up with some ideas. So that's been relatively successful. And Shedhacks style, of course, over the last year or so, we've been producing different designs and different projects. So I'm hoping, oh, that was a good one, in the Block Man, for the younger viewers. And this is obviously the one we did, and we were the hedgehog there. And that design's there. And the design, interesting, like this one, whose head's fallen off, is to scale. It's inside. This is full size, this one, of course. Some are half scale. But the Block Man, I think, was full scale. Yep, he was. Look, Block Man.
Oh, yeah.
And or Block Person, I should say. And the train. And now the train one, for the slightly older viewers, that was a bit more tricky. Can you get a real... Yeah, can you see? And that's a full-size drawing of that. Side view. And so what I've tried to do on this project, and I really hope they enjoy this one, Shedhackers, I've got here the front view and the side view. I'm going to make it pretty well all in pine wood or softwood because it's sustainable, and that's the woods we should be using. All the sizes I've shown in millimetres are in green, and the lines are meant to be green, some are green and black. And it's a little bit bigger than the one I've just shown you, but I think you know, it's a really good starters project. So let's just compare it with this. So it'll look something like that. It's not going to have that shape in the roof change, because actually when the water runs off, this will end up rotting very quickly, and the water will run inside and the birds will get very damp. So I think this is more ornamental. Yeah.
Okay.
But this will actually be something you can put in the garden as well, or you could make it into an ornament, little thing you can hang up inside if you wanted to. I know some people do these sort of things these days. So coming over here, Jake, you may ask, we're going to use pine wood, obviously not a piece with a crack in it like that. That's no good, is it? Now pine wood is it is sustainable wood. It's not that resilient, so we'll have to treat it with something to stop it from rotting. But the sides are going to be this sort of size here, and I'll go over the sizes later in the next clip. And it's going to look like this. Okay, so if I put that there for the base, that there for the roof, and it's two pieces joined. So what the Shedhacks will do, will have to do this in two parts really. I don't know, some students perhaps in schools are using these videos now. So that goes out, and that'll go like that, and of course I have to cut the holes out. Okay, and there'll be a sort of pine wood base. Oh no, it must go differently to that. It must go like that. That's right, it goes like that. Yes, Jane?
Will the roof be removable? Removable,
yes. Yeah, no, probably not. Do you want it to be? I can make it.
Well, you could maybe put a hinge on it.
Now I've designed it so the joint here, 45 degrees roughly, it will join nice and neatly at the top. So we don't want gaps in it like this one has here. I don't want gaps, that's no good. So a bit more rugged than the other one. We'll put a 30mm hole in there and a 24mm hole in there and a little peg in there for the bird or birds to sit in there.
Cool.
I think it's going to be great actually. Nice little Shedhack project. And who knows, I could even put a little Shedhack logo in there, and the birds, never know, might make that more attractive for them.
They may subscribe.
They may. Little tweeting subscriptions. Yeah, so briefly the tools. we've got the design. So we will need a ruler. I'll get a ruler. Okay, a ruler, a sharp pencil and a rubber, a drill, or a hand drill. You can use a hand drill. Set of woodworkers drill bits, but they're not very expensive. A good hand file for woodwork. Possibly a bradawl. Looks like a screwdriver but with a sharp point.
So it's basically a flathead screwdriver.
In a sense it is really. You could force a bit. Now you don't have to use these I suppose. And I think for the younger viewers definitely get some adult support on this one. For the cutting anyway. Okay, there's two sizes. 35 and I think that says 35 there and I think that's 25. Okay. A good old tenon saw. Nice sharp one please.
Yeah.
Nice sharp tenon saw. If it's not sharp, you'll struggle. A tri-square to check the angles are, you know, correct and so forth.
Yeah.
Here's an example. Check it's nice and square. And you've got your sizes. Look, I've got a bit of trimming to do there. That's the tri-square. Great project this. A little block plane.
Very nice one.
Yes. Yes, nice, yeah. And
Make sure the blade is sharp.
There's a clip I've done on Shedhackers for the sharpening of the blade, and your friendly adult can help you. And then a piece of glass paper.
Or sandpaper.
Or sandpaper, but it's actually made from glass particles now. There you go, 100 grit.
Cool.
The number denotes how fine or coarse the actual particles are. And you get them by in rolls, look. Okay, and I think that's old. And of course, if I move this to one side, this is the most important piece of equipment, not tool.
A vice.
Is a vice, yes. Woodworker's vice, if you can. But even if not, actually, you could, sorry, go back. This is the bench hook. You can make that quite easily. Just glued together. Didn't even screw this one. Obviously, make sure it's all square when you've made it. And this is for cutting your wood on. Now, this could be just clamped down, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Even on a kitchen table, I've even seen that done. And the cuts can be made using the old tenon saw, starting at an angle and running down the line. Okay, you can even cut at angles if you've got that skill. I did some of these.
I guess you could make like a jig. Like
Do you know what? I think I might even show how a jig could be used to hold it at an angle, something like that. And there was another, yes, there's this one here, Jake. This is going to be tricky. It's the only bit, that cut there. And I think what you can do with that, you could use a quick grip.
Or G-clamp. I don't know.
You could use something like this, clamped on there. Or a small G-clamp, put it out there. That would be a good solution. And then also you mark your... Oh dear, 45 degrees and then there. Okay, so that's the only difficult piece I think, and your adult friend can help you if you're a very young viewer. Okay, so I look forward to this project. I think I'll make it for my niece for her Christmas present. I think make a couple of them. What do you think, Jake?
I think it looks good.
Yeah, nice little simple shed hat project, and it will teach lots of basic skills, and actually a lot of adults would probably enjoy this project. Who knows? Need the skills these days, don't we? So there we go. And then there'll be I will use a bit of plywood actually. It's a man-made wood. I will use that. I wouldn't use anything like MDF because it'll just fall apart in the moisture. So it'll be something like that with holes in it, of course, for the birds to fly in. And I think it will look great, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come back to you in the second clip and we'll show you how to make the whole thing in one go, showing that design. Do you want to quickly show them the design?
Yeah.
Because that will be your starting piece, guys. There's your design. Okay, so it's 160. Oh, that's the base width. 140 wide, 150 high. But the insides, can you see the inside pieces there have to be angled, and so that's important, that angle there. Can you see? So There's 150, these are.
Oh.
In fact, yeah. Oh, obviously I've drawn it full size there. And that'll go there. And so forth, and that will go there.
Yeah.
You just come back a bit because there's a bit of light going there. That'll go there. And then this will go, can you see, Jane?
Yeah.
There. Obviously it's not glued, so there's going to be a few gaps. Shedhacker emblem or logo. And then your base. About a 6mm bit of plywood. But actually, what I tend to use is all the scrap you can find. Any old scrap.
Yeah.
You know, avoid using new wood. If you can use recycled wood, even better. And of course we'll cut some holes in there. So there you go, there's the full size. And actually this is just this turned on its side. So it's in effect that turned on its side there.
Ah.
Yeah. So you can get a little shot on that. Yeah. Oh, it's my legs. Do you like that, Jake?
Yeah.
So we'll finish that off tomorrow and put the next clip up perhaps in a week or two. All right. Thanks, Shedhackers.